Hey everyone, welcome to the Center Leader Podcast, where our goal is to help you live a life as a leader centered on Christ. If you don't know me, my name is Corcoran. I'm the Connect Group's pastor here at Centerpoint Fellowship Church. And today, in this episode, I really wanted to just recap our Connect Group leader training. A lot of you were able to be there. I was just telling Marty, I think there was 135 out of 167, 68 adult Connect Group leaders that were there. So we were only missing 30 of you. So if you didn't attend, please let me know. And that's what this is kind of about, because I wanted to recap for those maybe who couldn't attend. And we'll have some one-on-one meetings with you as we get ready for on-ramp. But I just wanted to go over everything. I thought it was a phenomenal training. And once again, thank you for those who were able to attend. And thank you for those who couldn't attend and communicated that to me. That's always helpful for me, trying to orchestrate all the trainings and getting you guys equipped. And because my heart is that you as leaders would be as equipped as possible to lead your Connect group in a healthy manner. We talked about being a healthy leader yesterday in our trainings and talked about leading from a healthy place. And so that's my goal for you as leaders, is to lead from a healthy place, especially with your families, with your spouses, with your work, across the whole board. You as a leader centered on Christ, that's our goal, and that's my goal, to help you continually seek after that daily. So this is what was given out in the Connect Group Leader training. If you are a first-time Connect Group leader, or you are a Connect Group leader and you have not received one of these, please let me know. You can stop by the office. You can stop me on a Sunday if you see me out in the lobby and say, hey, Kurt, I don't have a Connect Group Leader guide. We want you to have one of these. The only thing that I've adjusted since this was released in January is really on page 12. And you'll see that there, the timeline. We've now we were at 3 semesters, We were doing a winter on-ramp, a summer on-ramp, and a fall on-ramp. And what we've done is we're now doing a winter and a fall on-ramp. We're going from 3 semesters to 2 semesters. The reason being is because looking at the school calendar and looking at just the life cycle and the rhythms of everybody's calendar, it made sense. Summertime is where people are traveling and people are going on vacations. There's graduations, there's graduation parties, there's weddings, there's family reunions across the board. So I was like, hey, we're not going to force that among you leaders and among the attenders in the group and make you guys feel frustrated in that season. That's a season for you guys to exhale, because my goal for you as Connect Group leaders is that you would lead longer than 2 years. I want you to lead, once again, from a healthy place. And I think that starts with getting rest and even taking breaks and exhaling and inhaling. There's different moments in ministry and even in life where you power through it, you get through it, but then there's also moments where you exhale and you take a breath and you kind of rest and regroup and rejuvenate and recover and pray. And so that's what I want our summers to kind of be, is as Connect Group leaders, is that you would take that time in prayer, that you would seek after God, that you would take those times when you would be having a Connect Group meeting, maybe on a Thursday night, a Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Sunday night, whenever you meet, wherever you meet, that you would take that time set aside and spend it with family, spend it just resting and getting ready for that next semester. So that's really what we covered a lot in a little bit of time, and I'll go over this packet here in a second. But once again, just reiterating, if you do not have this, please get one of these. And if you are a new Connect Group leader, I would love to schedule a meeting and go through this with you. A lot of you, we've already gone over this in the January training, so I'm not going to go over that with you again. But if you're a new Connect Group leader, I would love 30 minutes just to go over this, and that way we're all on the same base, and so that you can, once again, lead from a healthy place. So this is the packet that we went over yesterday and last week in our training. Once again, the mission of Centerpoint Fellowship Church is to help people live Christ-centered lives by loving God, loving others, and making disciples. The vision is to be a multiplying church of small groups that equips ordinary people to serve their communities, to share the good news of Christ, and to gather for worship wherever God leads. So that's our mission and vision. That's what drives everything through Connect Groups. And then the second page of that packet is the goal and priorities of Connect Groups. And maybe you guys are wondering, hey, what is the goal, Kurt? What is the goal and the priorities of Connect Groups? What am I supposed to be doing as a Connect Group leader? Well, first and foremost, your Connect Group, you should be growing in Christ. This is more than a supper club or an affinity group. It's a place to be spiritually formed, challenged, and encouraged as we pursue Jesus together, growing in faith, not just in familiarity. And that is something that I want to reiterate to every group, is that, yes, we can have times where we laugh and we can even have gatherings and cookouts and stuff, but make sure that you guys are growing in Christ together and challenging each other to grow up, not just sit and sulk. Because I've realized this, and I've even caught myself doing this. If a believer in Jesus Christ, or somebody who's pursuing after Christ, if they sit and sulk for long enough, they become really sour and really bitter about everything, and everything is an issue in their life, and everybody is always causing problems for them, and it's very me-centered life. And so we want to challenge our attenders and challenge our leaders to think outside of yourself and to think what living a life of sacrifice looks like. So grow in Christ, connect with others. We weren't made to walk alone. This isn't just another weekly meeting. It's a space where authentic relationships are built through shared life rhythms, where we truly know and are known. I'm terrible with names. I'm getting better. I just learned my kids' names the other day. No, joking, right? But I think some of us, maybe you just need to take time, even in your Connect group, and learn the names of the people in your Connect group if you haven't yet. Their last name. Learn their middle name. That's a fun thing that I like asking people. I just asked like pretty much the whole staff. Like I always ask them, hey, what's your middle name? And they're like, why? I'm not telling you. It's like some kind of secret code, and maybe people don't like their middle name, so they won't tell you. But majority of the time you can pry it from them, and it just builds another connection point. So connect with others, really know them, figure out when their birthdays are, figure out if they've been baptized, and figure out, when their anniversary is, all those different things, and just start those conversations with them. And then care for needs. We don't operate like an institution. We care like a family. When someone is in need, we respond with love, support, and presence, not programs, people, right? And that's a reality. Anybody in your Connect group is in your span of care. And I want to really highlight that, because that's a really important piece of Connect groups. If somebody in your Connect group is in the hospital, you're going to be the one to go visit them, and you can call me and I'll go visit them with you. Maybe if you're uncomfortable. I remember first starting out in ministry, there's many hospitals that I almost passed out in. I don't like hospitals and I've gotten better with it. Now I can just walk into ER and go with it, because I've done it so many times now. But at first I just don't like hospitals, don't like needles. It just gives me this weird, I don't know, I can't explain it, right? And so maybe you're like that, and so maybe you send somebody else from your group, I don't know. But I know this, just put yourself in that person's shoes in your Connect group. If they were in the hospital, nobody called, nobody texted, nobody visited, how would that make you feel? And so that's your goal as a Connect group leader. I'm not saying you have to visit everybody at Centerpoint in the hospital, but I'm saying if somebody's in your Connect group and they're in your span of care, then take that time. And if there's anything that I can do to resource you or help you or drive you there or go with you, just let me know. And if I'm available, I will, because I think that matters, right? And then live on mission. Our purpose goes far beyond our Connect group. We live with open hands and open hearts, stepping into the world around us to bring hope, healing, and love of Jesus to every corner of our community. Vince, in the training, he got up and just gave kind of a minute of his heart and just said, hey, this is where we're focused on this year, and local. We're focusing on our local partners this year, and really making sure we have a strong foundation before we start launching out different mission trips and stuff. We have a few this year in the works and stuff, but we really just wanted to say, hey, time out. What are we doing locally? And where can we start enabling our people to serve locally, so then they can start thinking globally, right? And so that's our mindset this year, is that your Connect group, that you would pick a partner to serve in, that you would, even in the training yesterday, we talked about, your coworkers, needs in your community, the community around you, in your families. Go and serve as a Connect group. Go and do that, and just let us know. And not that we need to know, but we want to celebrate that. And in this room, we're in the conference room right now. Every Tuesday, we celebrate that, and we celebrate you guys as leaders. But we can't celebrate what we don't know about. So I just want to challenge you. If you're serving with your Connect group outside of our local partners, just let us know. Just send me an email and CC Vince to it and say, hey, we just served at the food pantry, and send us the group picture. We'd love to celebrate that, and just because I believe this: what we celebrate, we duplicate, right? And I've heard that so many times, and I'm finally starting to understand that. It's like, hey, if you start celebrating the right things, then people want to duplicate those. So let's start celebrating that. And so I just ask that you just let us know. So grow in Christ, goal and priorities of Connect Groups: grow in Christ, connect with others, care for needs, live on mission. That is what we are desiring in Connect Groups. This is something that is new for our Connect Groups. It's the guidelines and covenants. I have packets of these printed out on pretty good hard stock paper so that you can hand these out to the group. And let me tell you the heart behind this. This is new. This is not I've been describing this, it's not a blood oath. You're not cutting your finger and stamping it at the bottom and committing your life to it. But this is a way to bring a little bit of accountability. And I know that's a strong word for some people, but accountability to the groups when it comes to the people attending your group. And the heart behind this is there's a lot of groups that are full on paper, but maybe this person, maybe 2 or 3 couples, they only come like once or twice a semester. But you don't want to have that, and we're going to talk about that in another podcast episode, but about having that difficult conversation with that attender of, hey, how do we get them to maybe find a different Connect group where they would be more connected and consistent, or maybe they're just not ready for a Connect group in the season of life, or maybe something is happening. There's always some issue or something in their life causing them not to come. It may be schedule, it may be comfortability, it may be just simply they don't value it, or maybe they don't think they need to be there consistently. There could be a list of things, but this kind of brings some clarity to expectations for the attender. And it helps you as a conversation piece, not saying that you're going to go up to that person and be like, hey, you signed this, you should have been here, and now look, you've broken the oath, right? You've broken the bond. No, it's simply just guidelines and covenants for them to sit down at Connect Group, maybe the first meeting, second meeting, whenever you feel comfortable bringing this up, but do it at the beginning of the semester at some point, and where you can say, hey, guys, this is the expectations of Connect Groups. And I don't even care if you throw me under the bus. Like I said, I'll take the punches for you. Say, oh, Kurt's making us do this. But secretly, you're jumping for joy because I know that you want accountability in your groups. And what it is, it goes through this. It goes through spiritual growth and community. We commit to growing in our faith together by building authentic relationships and encouraging one another through group fellowship. Prioritize the gathering. We'll make our group meetings a priority and communicate with the leader if we're unable to attend. And I want to say something about this. Communicate this up front. If somebody is not going to be able to attend your group, have them text you separately, not in the group chat. The reason why, it causes the domino effect. Oh, Sally and Tom are not going to be there. They see that in the group chat, so I'm not going to be there. And then it starts to, yeah, I can't come either. Yeah, my dog's sick. Yeah, my goldfish is swimming the wrong way. And I don't, right? All the different excuses start coming through the chat, all because Sally and Tom said they're not coming. So ask that. And when you get to this guidelines and covenant where you're going around with your group, say, hey, prioritize the gathering. If you're unable to attend, just text me or my wife, or vice versa, female, male, and let us know that you're not going to be able to attend. And we don't want to share that in the group chat just because we don't want maybe it to cause. And you can even be honest with them. You don't have to hide that information, but just tell them we don't want to cause the domino effect. And I think you can even have great Connect Groups with 2 to 4 other people. And that's when you actually get to talk and converse, right? And not larger groups. Get out of the mindset that the bigger a Connect Group is, the better it is. We want small, intimate gatherings. For singles, 6 to 10. For couples, 12 to 16. That's where we want to be. Once you get past 16, if you have somebody in that group, they're not going to talk. If they're not talking now, they're not going to talk ever. The reason why is because there's not enough time for them to be heard, or there's just not enough, even the environment is not conducive to that conversation. So hopefully that makes sense for you. It's not that, once again, I would love for Connect Groups to be, 30 and 40 people meeting in these homes, but the reality is only half those people are going to be able to talk, and only half those people are going to actually feel engaged in that Connect Group. And we're growing community, not concerts and not all this. It's not about show. It's not about look how many people we had at our Connect Group. We could care less about that. We want people rooted and growing in Christ. We want them to be the the care for their needs to be spread out through your group, and that they would find Christ in that. So, prioritize the gathering. Create a safe space. We strive to foster a respectful, loving environment where everyone feels heard and valued without judgment or easy answers. Protect confidentiality. What's shared in the group stays in the group. That's really important. And this piece I'm really excited about, and I hope that you take it seriously within your group, that because you can go back to these points if an issue arises in your group and say, hey, once again, we kind of covered this at the beginning of the group. This is just something that we really want to be cautious of and take awareness to. Support practical needs. When needed, will help secure childcare and handle reimbursements with integrity. That applies to probably half of our groups there. Care for the host home. Will help leave the host home clean and teach our children to treat it with respect. Live on mission. Will serve and reach out to our community together through serve days and various opportunities throughout the year, and then welcome others. We remain open to new members as space allows. So this, I don't think any of that is too hard to commit to as a Connect group attender. And once again, it brings accountability and a conversation piece for you, and you don't have to feel like the bad guy, or you don't have to feel like you're coming up with all these rules and regulations. It's just saying, hey guys, this is what we expect in a Connect group, and this is what we're going to ask. And I don't think any of these are extreme to abide by. And then we're just going to ask that they sign and what day of the week they're going to meet on and stuff of that nature. So that's something for you guys to have. I have packets of them, so you can pick them up. They'll be in my office. Just ask me for them. And then also this will be a digital file too in our Connect group resources on the app. Next thing we went over is the Connect group calendar, the meeting calendar. This is something that I'm really excited about because I'm a nerd and I love calendars and I love planning. And I love, once again, clarity is kindness. You'll hear me say that 2,000 times a year probably, but clarity is kindness. And I wanted to be clear about the expectations for you as a Connect group leader and when I would love to meet with you guys in person and stuff of that nature. So July 20th and 27th was a Connect group leader training. We had that in the 9:30 and 11 service on both those Sundays. So I tried to give you guys as much options as possible. Once again, thank you for those who were able to attend. I know some of you were out of town and had other prior commitments, and that's totally understandable. So we will catch up with you. August 17th and 24th is our on-ramp. We're going from 3 weeks to 2 weeks because, once again, I value your time as a leader, and I want to maximize that time and energy and resources as we get ready to on-ramp. So we're just doing 2 Sundays, and I told them in the training the way that you can thank me for this is by attending those 2 Sundays of on-ramp and just being there. So you're going from having to be there for 9 services to 6 services. Just 2 weeks is what I'm asking, that you would go out in the lobby. And once again, the lobby, not the community room. So we're not doing speed dating this year. We're going to be out in the lobby because, man, that was awkward last year. It worked and some groups got filled up, but nobody, and you guys, a lot of you came to me and said, Kurt, you were feeling that tension. They're like, nobody's coming in here. They're all too scared. So we're putting it out in the lobby. It's going to be congested. Just kind of be courteous of people and don't step on people's toes and get mad at people if they bump into you. But we're going to be out in the lobby. You'll share a 6-foot table with somebody else. There'll be 2 Connect groups per 6-foot table, and you'll have a sign up and you'll have a placard. So get with me on that. I know a lot of you filled those out during the training, but August 17th and 24th, if you have any questions, let me know. We'll be announcing that from stage. Hey, go out in the lobby, get connected with a Connect group, and get ready for the semester. The first semester begins on September 7th. That's what we're asking you to be ready for. And then on November 9th, a Leaders Legacy Connect Group Leader Dinner. I really want you to mark that on your calendar and be available for that. We're going to have some fun interactive activities, and there's going to be some meaningful things that we do that night that I feel like will really be of value for you as a leader and help you grow. So I really want you to mark that on your calendar. I'm super excited about that night where we just get to come together and learn as leaders. And then the first semester ends on December 14th. December is a very busy month for everybody. Once again, I'm thinking with you in mind and your Connect group attenders in mind. There's Christmas parties, there's work parties, there's you already know, you've already planned out, or you're already looking at December, and every week is red, right? So December 14th, just have a Christmas party that week or even the week before, whatever works for your Connect group, and then take a break. Say, hey, we're going to exhale, and then we're going to pick back up in January. January 4th and 11th, you can mark that on your calendar. That's when the next Connect group leader training is. And I want you to don't get in this mindset and I'm thankful for those of you who came up to me and said, Kurt, I honestly wasn't going to come to this Connect group leader training because I was like, I've already been through a training and I don't really need a training. But each leader training that we do and that I'll facilitate will be different in nature. Yesterday, we went over scenarios, and that was really cool. Each table had a scenario. Like one was like the dominator, and so they had to come up with solutions about this kind of fictional story about how this guy took over the group and was always correcting people and stuff, and how to address that. Each person had different. There was like a kid problem. There was unfiltered theology. There was the prayer gossiper, and like just different funny scenarios and kind of serious scenarios too. And so we worked through that as tables, and then all shared that, and that was really impactful. So each one of those trainings are going to be different and unique. So whenever I put out a training, I really want everyone to attend if possible. And then on-ramp, January 18th and 25th. Second semester begins February 1st. March 15th, Connect Group Leader Vision Breakfast. That's just a time for us to get together, think about the future, plan, and there'll be more implemented throughout there too. Second semester ends May 17th. Take a break, June and July. Have summer break, cookouts. This is the calendar. So you got all of 2025 and 2026 in about 7 minutes. So there it is. You guys can plan. The other calendar that I gave you guys were all the important dates. I'm not going to go over this. You guys can go back and read this, and if you didn't get one of these packets, once again, I'll give you one, or you can find the digital file in the group's resources on the Church Center app. But it's got all the important dates coming up: Fall Fest, Easter Fest, Christmas services, any opportunity where you can serve the church through your Connect group, I've listed here. And so I just wanted you guys to have those dates and think through that. Last thing, and we will go over this at another time, but I just want you to see this, the Connect Group Leader Funnel. This will be a separate episode where we just get into this, but many of you guys, you heard about this in the Connect Group training briefly. I just wanted to give a visual about how we continue to multiply Connect Group leaders, because as Centerpoint grows, we need to grow smaller, right? As we grow, we're going to grow smaller, and that's the goal. I want everyone leading a Connect group. I want everybody in a Connect group. I've told my Connect group, and you'll hear me say this. I said, hey, you're with us for 2 to 3 years, and after that, the challenge and the goal is for you to lead Connect group. You say, Kurt, that's so but then you're not forming friendships with them. Yes, I am. We've already shared life together. We've already shared meals together. We've already found out that we've got a military couple going to Italy in March, and we've already cried together with them, and all this has happened within a span of 4 months. And so you can build relationships quick, and you can build memories quick, but get this, if we say, okay, us four and no more, how many people in this community will go without discipleship and go without community because of our selfishness? And so that is a thought that I want you to think about. Once you start thinking about addition, it's just like, okay, I'm going to add until I can't add anymore, and then I'm good. Multiplication is you multiplying yourself as a leader and you continuing on. I know this, that somebody invested time in you, somebody invested resources in you, and you're here today because of that. And so let's continue reproducing. Let's continue to multiply. The people that are in our Connect group that will go and start other Connect groups, I'm not like, oh, you're not in our Connect group anymore, I can't talk to you. No, I've built those friendships and those relationships. And now we have a relationship where we can come to and be like, hey, I'm having this struggle in our Connect group. Or, hey, we're having this tension. Hey, can we go out for dinner one night? You can still do life with them and rhythms with them just because they're not in your Connect group. So think bigger. That's what I'm challenging us all as leaders, to think bigger and think outside the box. That it's more than just my comfort. It's more than just who I like, right? Because I'm very guilty of that too. I'm like, hey, we can have these people over for dinner because their kids are pretty chill and I can handle them for longer than 20 minutes, right? But we've got to think outside of that, and let's start developing leaders around us as we develop. We're always learning as leaders. We're never going to reach perfection as leaders. We're always fail forward. Hey, is this going to work? Let's try it in our Connect group, right? Just fail forward. Just keep on trying. And so that's my challenge to you as Connect group leaders. Don't get stuck in what has to be, and don't get stuck in what feels like it needs to be. And so as we think through this leader training, and as we think through all these things that we've gone through today, this packet, once again, is available for you. If you are a new Connect group leader, please get one of these leader guides. I've got them in my office, got stacks of them in my office, and then please schedule a time with me. You can email or text me. Contact info is in here and on the website. I want to schedule a time with you, and that way we can go over that. If you are a current Connect group leader and you're ready to launch again, this is the packet that you just need to look over and as you get ready. And if you have any questions, please let me know. My goal, once again, is to resource you and to help you lead in a healthy manner where you are focused on Christ, where you are centered on Christ, because I believe that a leader that is centered on Christ is a leader that can lead well and lead healthy. So I hope that this has been beneficial to you today, and you've kind of got this is just a mini recap of the trainings that we've done. And my prayer is that you would join the on-ramp. Let me know what your placard needs to say, and then let me know how many signups you want. Even if you just want one signup, you say, Kurt, I just want one line for one couple or one person. That's fine. We'll put you out in the lobby. Once that's signed up, we put your placard down. You're good to go. You can start launching your Connect group for the fall semester. I want to simplify this and streamline this and just cut out all the questions and all the noise to where you can lead with excellence and you can lead with confidence. So hopefully this is helpful, and hopefully we can continue to lead better each and every day. So if you have any questions, if you have any insights, please let me know, and let's keep this conversation going. Thank you for listening today, and we'll see you on the next one.